Here we are.
Hello.
It's us. It's Curt and Jen in the morning.
Podcast. This is take 2 for us, by the way. We recorded this podcast. Curt was trying some very fancy mics, and in not Curt fashion.
Did not check them first.
He did not go back and say, oh, is this recording correctly? We
Guess
sounded
what?
like poop.
Terrible.
We had to redo it. So this is take 2. It should be flawless.
It should be flawless.
Welcome to Christmas week and the week that Hanukkah starts.
Yeah, it's what did you say,
Crispica.
Crispica?
Crispica.
I like Crispica. All right. Here we go. We're going to have a white Christmas. We'll talk about that today on the big program. Also, what the color of your snot
says about your immune system.
Thanks for that one, Jen.
You're welcome.
That's one of your stories.
Yes.
How about some tips on tipping for the holidays? I think you'll appreciate.
Yep. You share things that you bought simply because you saw it on social media. There's some good stuff there. That did not work, by the way.
Some of them didn't, you're right. And the history of the Santa tracker with NORAD.
Such a sweet story. I love it.
All right. Weekend recap. Let's start with sports.
It was a bummer. So everybody lost.
Well, the Kraken had 2 games, and they lost both of them. They lost to Colorado and Vegas, which puts them at 5 losses in a row. All right.
That's not good.
Let's get it together, guys.
And then the Hawks lost to the Vikings with a last-minute touchdown, so that was a bummer.
But at least it was close, right? An exciting game.
Okay.
I was not able to watch it as I was in Florida.
Tell me about your weekend.
Well, I was in Florida.
Yep. Spending time with family.
Spending time with my sisters and my brother-in-law and my dad, who's doing fine, by the way, doing better. He'll be out of the rehab after his hospitalization coming up here on Friday. So that's good news.
Yeah.
I did maybe sneak and buy another guitar.
Where is it?
It's in Florida.
Why?
I've done this before. You know, you get down there and, I haven't seen this in Seattle. I want this guitar. So what I need to do is I buy it.
Yeah.
And if it comes with a hard case, you can just take it on the plane as you take it to the gate, and then either they can put it in there's a little closet inside, or you can just check it there at the gate. Either that works. This one did not come with a hard case, so I didn't have time to get one. So it's still in Florida.
You didn't have time to get a hard case?
I wanted to get it.
Is it like a custom hard case?
A bit. But
does Dana know you bought this?
Not yet, but I'll tell her after the program. So anyway, I'm going back to. We were going to go back to Florida in a few weeks anyway. So I'll.
Okay.
I'll bring it back then.
Okay.
It's gorgeous.
By the way, I'm drinking this delicious golden milk. Golden milk for the first time. Our friend Lori has been telling me about golden milk. She's going to be real proud that I've tried this. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good, and it's real healthy for you. So. Thank you, Dana. That was very sweet of her to bring this.
Yeah, Jen likes it.
And Lori, I do like it.
And Jen does like it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to try different versions. She said there's different versions of it, like with different spice levels and stuff. This is good, though.
You had a big old weekend.
I did. It was my mom's birthday on Friday, so my daughter Riley and I took her out for breakfast on Friday. Then we had a really awesome holiday Christmas party at my house. That just got me in the Christmassy spirit.
Awesome.
It was like the first Christmassy thing I did all season.
Okay.
So that was super fun. Then we did lunch with my mom at the Spaghetti Factory, which I haven't been there forever.
You know what? I shouldn't say I still like it. People, they're like, we want Italian. You're like, Spaghetti Factory, and a lot of people,
That's not really Italian.
I don't care. I love it.
Okay, you do love the Spaghetti Factory.
I think it's fantastic.
I think
it's comfort food.
Yes.
Bread.
Here's the funny thing about me going to the Spaghetti Factory. I went to lunch at the Spaghetti Factory, and then I had a girls' night in downtown Seattle, and we went to the Pink Door. Have you ever been there before?
I've not. Is it Italian?
That's Italian, and it is like delicious homemade pasta. Like the lasagna there is like no other lasagna that you've ever had in your whole entire life. I promise you that. And if you've not been to the Pink Door, you need to go. On Tuesdays and Saturdays, they have this like trapeze artist that does like trapeze shows, like little tiny every hour
in the Pink Door.
In the restaurant.
All right.
I mean, it's just this. It is an iconic Seattle restaurant. If you've never been, you should go. We went to the Christmas bar at the Edgewater. We've been talking about that on the show.
Yep.
It was amazing.
Okay.
And super festive and fun. Then we went to see Gingerbread Village at Sheridan Hotel, and that benefits Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, JDRF.
So you were helping out.
It was good.
And having fun.
And then I wanted to talk about the best hostess gift because I think it's hard. It's usually wine or flowers. You bring wine or flowers. I love this. Our friend Lori, when she came to the party, brought these white bowls, one for me, one for Jackie, like these glass white bowls filled with little Satsuma oranges, the kind that have the leaves and the stems on it still.
Sure, okay.
It was number one, a beautiful presentation. And number two, like it's functional, right? You have a little bit of healthy, which is perfect coming from her because she's a health coach. And then the white bowl you can use for other parties. I mean, it was amazing. I loved it. I'm going to adopt that as a hostess gift.
Okay.
That's it.
So I'm going to get one?
Maybe someday. If you host a party and have me over, maybe. Okay.
Talk about this. We were discussing one of last week's shows. Jen was lamenting, rightfully so, that you had a mess with your Christmas lights.
Right. There's like half the strand works, half of it doesn't, and then sometimes all of it doesn't work for no reason. Does it not work?
What to do? And of course, I was like, they cost like $10 a piece. Go get some new ones. And you're like, well, what do I do with these? Thank you, Sonia, longtime listener.
Don't throw them away. Take them to McClendon Hardware, she said. Take them to McClendon's location, and they will recycle them for you. I want to know, I wonder if they recycle them by fixing them, because they're hardware people. They're fix-it people.
I
wonder if they have magical powers to fix Christmas strands.
So they're hardware
Christmas
people at
strands.
work. Their favorite thing to do is just to fix things constantly, 24/7.
I don't know. Maybe someone has some secret sauce to get Christmas light strands to work again. Because it's frustrating.
All right. White Christmas, yes or no? Here we go.
Are we? No?
Well, lately it's been rainy and mushy and gross. I mean, except for me, where it was
disgusting.
Sunny and 70.
Well, Dana's probably been telling you about the crazy, gross weather.
It's been a mess. So looking ahead for this week, it's just 2 days away, right, till Christmas. Would you say 2 or 3? Does the Christmas day count when you say, or is it today and tomorrow?
It's today and tomorrow. It's 2 days away from Christmas.
Okay.
Because then your next sleep is
The
Christmas.
deal is that in order for it to be officially a white Christmas, there are rules. And the rule is that it has to be at least 1 inch of snow on the ground.
Huh. Okay.
Which is interesting because in the Midwest, that's like, okay, it's always at least 1 inch. Anytime it snows, there's 1 inch of snow. Here, it's like,
no, sometimes we get just a dusting.
Right. So using past white Christmases as a guide between 1991 and 2020, Seattle has historically a 4% probability of getting a white Christmas. That's not 40, that's 4.
I got it. So very, very low chance. So what you're telling me is no, we're not going to have a white Christmas.
Well, there's greater chances, by the way. I like the fact that they up the chances for places like Forks and your favorite, Cedro Woolley.
S-dubs.
They get a 7% chance of a white Christmas.
Okay.
If you want the white stuff,
head to the hills.
Head for the mountains. Yeah, we're going to have rain here on Christmas more than likely. The mountains will get more powder. So if you like the white Christmases, that's
okay.
The place to be.
Oh, I love that you put the what happened at the box office over the weekend.
Well, it was a big battle. I thought it wasn't a big battle. Yeah, this week there was just one big movie opening, I think, and that was the Sonic the Hedgehog 3, right?
I could have sworn, weekend? I thought that, I don't know,
okay,
Curt.
Well, let's not even worry about that.
Okay, are you
the
sure?
deal is that Sonic the Hedgehog 3 raced past Mufasa, the Lion King, with $62 million. It's leading the holiday box office as we speak. And as you mentioned, last time we did this recording.
Yes.
There's so many good choices for this weekend for the movies for the holidays, because you still got
Wicked, Gladiator, Sonic the Hedgehog, Mufasa.
All that stuff.
And
then some scary ones, by the way. We went over that list last week. There's some
lots of scary movies. I'm like, why
are
they opening up scary, crazy movies like this during the holidays? Everything should be happy and joyful.
Because that's what they do.
That's what they do.
They, them.
Okay, newsy alert. We very rarely talk about like news headlines on the podcast. It's very lighthearted, but it's in everything
this one
that
just
we're looking
happened,
at.
Hours ago.
This morning there was a press conference in Tokyo, I believe it was, announcing that Japanese automakers Honda and Nissan plan to work toward a merger to form the world's third largest automaker by sales.
I guess.
And this is because there's been dramatic changes in transitioning away from fossil fuels, right?
Yes.
So the electric vehicle. So
evidently the Japanese have been lagging behind in this, and also Mitsubishi Motors is going to be a part of this as well. They've also agreed to join the talks on integrating their business. So then it would be Nissan, Honda, and Mitsubishi.
Well, they're like I don't understand what this means. They're a smaller Nissan Alliance member. Mitsubishi Motors is. So anyway.
We should just point out that Japan have lagged behind their rivals in electric vehicles. They're trying to cut costs and make up for lost time to catch up to people like, Tesla, who everybody knows Tesla is just kicking ass and taking names as far as that goes. So they're going to attempt to unify their operations under a joint holding company, Honda and Nissan, and possibly Mitsubishi.
And Honda will be the management company of it. Like they're going to hold that.
But apparently this combination of the three of them, Honda, Nissan, and Mitsubishi, they would be at a scale to compete with Toyota Motor Corp, which I didn't know. I thought that Toyota and Honda were about, at the same level, but apparently not.
I did too.
All right.
And then, yeah. Anyway, it's a big darn deal. We'll see if it all goes through.
And hopefully it'll be good for everybody.
I hope so.
And lower prices and more EVs.
Well,
here we go.
I love this story. It's a Taylor Swift story. So Taylor went to Kansas City to visit children in Children's Mercy Hospital.
Okay.
Right? That was earlier this month. And one of her fans that she went to see, Naya, was complimenting her, saying, your outfit is the tea. She was wearing this plaid Miu Miu set. And I wanted to just say Miu Miu. I wasn't sure how to pronounce it, so Curt and I looked up the pronunciation.
Yeah. It's not Mayu, which is how it's spelled.
Yeah, it's Miu Miu.
There you go.
Cat and cow. Wait, I want to talk about this. We felt like it was a cat and cow sound.
I think that cat and cow would be Mew Moo.
I don't, because a cat says meow and a cow says moo. Mew Mew.
All right. So Naya took to TikTok on Sunday, and guess what? She shared a video of herself, and she was unwrapping special gifts from guess who?
Taylor Swift. It included that Italian brand, Miu Miu, a green button-up shirt, which was
$2,250, people.
And then the matching pleated skirt that goes with it, that was
$2,250, people. $4,500 altogether.
$4,500, isn't that? Oh yeah, $4,500. Yeah. And then and so Naya was opening the things, describing the gift wrap as celebrity vibes, saying, I feel like I'm Taylor Swift right now. But in addition to the green plaid Miu Miu set, she also sent her a black bomber jacket. She said, picked up a few things I hope you think are tea. Merry Christmas. Love, Taylor. That's what the note said. Then it said, I loved meeting you last week. You were so much fun, so sweet, and so nice to compliment me on my outfit. And then she sent her the same outfit.
I don't know how old Naya is, but would you send a kid out? I'm assuming that she's young.
She is young. I want to say she was 9 or 10 years old.
Okay. Are you going to let that kid go out and wear $4,500 worth of an outfit?
I wouldn't let it sit in a closet, I can tell you that.
Wouldn't that make her a target, though, for bad people?
I mean, I would hope not, for crying out loud. Oh,
I don't want to think about that.
I don't want to think about that. Like, wear the outfit. She's going to hold on to it for the rest of her life. If she finds herself in a financial crunch, she could probably sell it for a lot of U.S. dollars.
Probably. Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, I just thought it was a very sweet story. I mean, how cool is that Taylor was like, remembered that, and then went out and did, I mean, sure her people did it, but she wrote the note for her, and I just think that's really, you know what?
She was the awesomest of the awesome, Taylor.
For real. Like, she's the real deal.
All right, Jen, you found this story. You get to do it.
What the color of your snot says about your immune system.
Yes, I will start.
Okay.
Your snot can be different colors.
Yes.
Each different color says something different about your immune system.
Yeah, I mean, I blow my nose a lot, and I often will think, wonder what this color means. Like, what does this mean for what my body's doing? Well, I'm about to tell you.
Go.
Clear is the baseline for a healthy nose. Mostly water combined with protein, salt, and cells that keep the nasal passages moist and trap particles.
So that's your baseline there is clear.
Yes.
Snot or mucus. All right,
yes.
Go.
White mucus, often a sign of congestion. Inflammation in the nasal tissues slows mucus flow, causing it to thicken. This is the sign of the beginning of an infection, such as a cold. It's just your way of your body saying, we're going to start to mobilize against these invaders.
Can I say one?
Yes.
Yellow mucus indicates your immune system is actively fighting off an infection. This is the hallmark of the body's response to many viral infections that include like the flu, common cold, RSV, and others. That's if you have the yellow mucus.
Yeah, but then it could go to green, and green mucus results from an intensified immune response.
That's leveling up, right?
That's leveling up.
Green is, all right. Red or pink. If you have a pink or reddish tint in mucus, it means there's blood present. That's probably no surprise.
You don't have to be like this. Yeah, this happens.
This often happens when nasal tissues are irritated, which does happen quite a bit. If they're dry or damaged, such as after an excessive nose blowing session or exposure to dry air. And small amounts of blood are usually not a cause for concern in your mucus or your snot.
Now, if it's brown or orange mucus, that may result from dried blood mixing with mucus or from inhaling environmental debris, such as smoke or dust, which I have done when I'm helping a hot firefighter boyfriend Pat do the remodel.
Okay.
Lots of dust. That's typically harmless. Now,
Go.
If you have a black mucus,
Jeez.
This is rare and indicates serious issues, and you probably want to seek medical attention.
Okay.
Here's the bow for all of it.
The bow tie?
The ribbon and the bow.
Okay.
Mucus is an indispensable part of the immune system, actively protecting our body by trapping and neutralizing harmful pathogens. Changes in its color and consistency give a glimpse into your health, helping us differentiate between viral, bacterial infections. It's a complex process that occurs in our body. It helps keeps us healthy. And the next time you reach for a tissue, remember mucus isn't merely a symptom of illness. It's your immune system in action. Its colors and textures tell a story of resilience, reflecting the intricate defenses that helps your body keep safe and sound. That's the bottom. That's the bottom.
When it got complicated, I can see right here and right there.
I'm like,
I'm
too
done.
much.
Okay,
this is too much for everybody.
Too much science. Holiday tipping.
Yes, this is not sciencey.
Tips on holiday tipping.
This is mathing.
This is mathing a little bit. So the people that are important to you, not just the people in your lives every day, your family, friends, or whatever, but also the person who brings your mail and delivery people. So if you plan to tip your mailman, mail person, mail woman around Christmas time, here's the deal. USPS workers, Postal Service workers, are allowed to accept gifts as long as they cost $20 or less.
What can you even buy for $20 or less?
A
candy bar?
2 12-packs of Coca-Cola.
I mean, if you catch it on sale at Fred Meyer, it's buy 2 get 3 free.
Right, but the 2 are going to cost you $20.
Yes.
UPS does not have an official policy, but they're discouraged from accepting anything at UPS.
That's a bummer.
All right.
But FedEx, they can accept gifts, all right. In fact, they can go up to $75.
How about that?
Yeah.
Ka-ching. They cannot accept cash or gift cards at FedEx. Amazon drivers are allowed to accept tips, though it's not expected.
What would you get as a hard gift you can't give cash or a gift card to a FedEx driver. They can only have actual physical gifts?
Well, usually like for our mail person, she actually is awesome. And every now and again, I see her something that got shipped that was kind of heavy, went through USPS, and she's got to carry it up to the house. So we'll leave a cash tip for that. But otherwise, we usually just put out a honor system box out on the deck with take a candy bar, take a soda, take whatever.
All I'm saying is, what do you get a FedEx employee that you're trying to tip because they can't accept cash or gift cards? A gift basket? Of what? Food? Okay, anyway.
If you think about what their job causes, maybe just hemorrhoid cream.
If you're really generous, then what, Curt? You could choose to tip your grocery delivery person, your newspaper delivery person. Do they even deliver newspapers anymore?
That doesn't exist. Your garbage collector, a reasonable tip would be $10 up to $30 is what it's saying.
All right.
And it must be right because it's written down here.
Let's talk about stolen baby Jesus.
Poor baby Jesus.
He was stolen.
Let's go to Colorado Springs, Colorado, where a baby Jesus statue was stolen from a nativity scene. The deal is Fort Collins Police Department posted a security camera at this nativity scene. It had already been posted there, so they caught a suspect stealing a baby Jesus statue from the nativity scene.
They caught him on camera.
Right, so they put it up on Facebook saying, hey, if you can identify this suspect, please let us know. He is a baby Jesus nativity scene stealer. However, I don't know if the burglar, got wind of this, that, hey, here's a picture of me up on social media.
Maybe I should return baby Jesus.
Because he seemed to have a quick change of heart. Firefighters reported that the statue of baby Jesus had been dropped off on the doorstep of their station with a handwritten apology taped to baby Jesus' face.
And the note said, I'm really sorry. I made a dumb mistake in the moment. It won't happen again.
I'm thinking drunken, hey guys.
I don't know what.
Look at this, a baby Jesus.
So they dropped it off at a fire station, right? Mm-hmm. And the fire station said that their motion sensing cameras did not catch the thief dropping the statue off.
So we don't know who it is, never will, because the business that owned the statue said they weren't interested in pressing charges.
Now, if you're going to steal a piece from a nativity set, I just feel like baby Jesus is the one to get.
I don't know. I'd get Mary or a wise man.
You'd take Mary?
Or myrrh. I take the guy, or frankincense. They call him Frank.
Okay.
Frankincense.
I'm taking baby Jesus if I'm stealing any of the pieces.
You take the baby Jesus.
Or the angel. I do like the angel.
Okay.
All right. Our Curt and Jen podcast question of the day that we left you with on Friday was this. What's something you bought just because you saw it on social media? And maybe leave a short review. Did it work? Did it not work? Was it worth it? Not worth it?
I had not thought of anything I bought on social media, but something I'm going to buy. And we shared this because we looked at the commercial. Was for Snap, the phone grip. And I haven't had to go so far as to, first of all the comments in this commercial were like, that actress is amazing. Who's the person doing the selling? Yeah. I want to buy it just because of her.
You won't even believe it. It's worth.
Her name is Amanda Walton, and she's an actress that's been doing commercials and stuff. But this is like, people are just raving about
leveled up commercial.
So I may have to buy that because she did such a good job in that spot. What about you?
You're being a big talker, Betty Crocker, about that, by the way, because you watched that a while ago. Okay, I've bought two things. Moxie fake lashes, which are great lashes. They're magnetic lashes. I think my eyes are just too sensitive. Like, they hurt my eyes for some reason.
I remember when you wore
my eyelid. It hurt my eyelid. Yes, I wore them.
And when you're like, this hurts so much.
Well, and especially to hurt to take off. Anyway,
all right.
And hot firefighter boyfriend Pat said they didn't look that great on me anyway.
It's true. I got to say, a lot of times people use the ones that are out to here.
But I didn't even have those. I had the natural ones.
Right. It looked wonderful on you, except according to your boyfriend. He was supporting you because you're like, I got to get rid of these. Like,
maybe
it's okay, babe. It didn't do that much.
Okay.
All right.
Then I bought OG Cosmetics. It's like these 3 tubes of like they're sticks of makeup, and one's like it gives you definition in your cheeks, and then it makes your cheeks rosy, and then another one is like this highlighter thing, like sparkly stuff, and I like it a lot. It works.
That one
I highly recommend OG Cosmetics.
Well, not everything worked for everybody who shared their stories. True. Jackie said, I ordered something that I just seen on social media, but I can't review it yet because it hasn't arrived. She ordered an adorable sequin romper for New Year's Eve.
She's very excited about this.
Yeah, I will 100% video when it arrives, all right?
And, because she's going to do one of those, this is what I ordered, this is what I got.
Hopefully it'll be the same. It'll match.
I hope so. She's very excited about it.
Corey, she said Plexiderm under eye cream for under eye bags and wrinkles. So you put the cream on, it's supposed to get rid of the bags and wrinkles.
Yeah.
But she says it worked sort of because as soon as you put the under eye makeup on, it stops working, which to me means it didn't work.
So she says for the price, I didn't feel like it was worth it for me. Yeah, if it stops working.
Yes.
I love that James commented that, I don't know what Toto Donata says. He bought nothing? Nothing? Or is that a Toto Donata?
I was just going to pass over it because we just wasted 15 seconds.
Okay. Andrea said Penzeys Spices. She loves their message, plus they're really good.
Have you had that, Penzeys Spices?
I've heard of it. I have not. I don't think I've had it.
John, translation earbuds is what he got. He has not received them yet. I'm a little bummed because I bought them off of TikTok via Facebook Reels, and they're taking forever to arrive. Yeah, that's true. He misses his Amazon Lightspeed delivery.
Suzanne bought a mason jar sealer. It does not work. She's going to be returning it. And then Bill said he bought windshield cleaner, which was a good idea, but didn't work.
How can a windshield cleaner not just clean it?
I don't know.
Finally, we had Maya. She said she bought, based on seeing it online, Wild Earth dog food, some supplement, and I almost got the blanket that puts out fires. We've seen it. So it's a fire on the stove, and they're spraying it with the fire extinguisher, and it turns into a massive inferno. Just put this blanket on it.
I asked a hot firefighter boyfriend, Pat, if he thought that would work, and he's like, as long as the blanket itself doesn't catch on fire. It's all about smothering a fire, like suffocating it. So,
right. But if the blanket catches on fire, that's no bueno.
I've heard that it works pretty well.
All right. You can still chime in on that, by the way. It's still posted. The thing that you saw on social media and you bought just because you saw it on the social media.
All right, Curt, tell us about the Blob-Headed fish.
I love the Blob-Headed fish, although I'm sure it's an unfortunate name if you are the Blob-Headed, because he was just discovered.
I know. That's what is amazing to me. Like, I had no idea. Like, 27 animal species previously unknown to science have been discovered.
Just recently, yeah. 4 mammals, 8 fish, 3 amphibians, and 10 butterfly species. They
all in Peru. Right. Yeah.
Among the newly discovered species is the aforementioned Blob-Headed fish, named for its enlarged blob-like head, which it says resembles a giant swollen nose. So I'm thinking like a Groucho Marx nose. And scientists were uncertain about its purpose. There is a photo. We can't really post it.
I'm going to look. I want to know if there's photos of all of these things because I am interested. I want to see what these new species look like.
There's a few more. The amphibious mouse that's developed webbed toes. So can he swim underwater and hold his breath or just above water?
I don't know.
A spiny mouse as well was discovered, a short-tailed fruit bat, and a dwarf squirrel. I'm sure that they're all posted up there for your viewing pleasure.
I'm just thinking about how that goes down, when you discover.
How cool is that?
I know, but how do they know that it's not? I mean, they must know all of the
Species of everything?
I don't know. They probably do Google Lens and say, hey, what's this species? And Google says, not existed. Grab it. Let's document it.
I imagine the scientists that do this do not need Google Lens.
Probably not.
They probably just count on their smarts and training. All right. NORAD.
Oh, this story is so good.
Go for it.
Okay. So NORAD's Santa Tracker was a Cold War morale boost, and it now attracts millions of kids. So the Christmas tradition has become global. Kids around the world track Santa Claus as he sweeps across the earth, delivering presents, defying time. How does he do it?
Well, why don't we start with the story behind it? Then we can start with the numbers now, right?
Right,
I think that'd be a good idea.
Okay.
So this goes back to, we were talking about the Cold War, so 1955-ish. At Colorado Springs, they were in another story today, weren't they? Newspaper printed a Sears advertisement, and this said, hey, call Santa, give Santa your
wish list. Tell him what you want for Christmas.
And listed a phone number, but the phone number they put in this ad from Sears was mistakenly the phone number for NORAD, the Continental Air Defense Command. Now it's called NORAD. So here we go to Air Force Colonel.
Well, this little boy, this little boy calls, right?
He calls the number. He thinks he's calling Santa at the North Pole. He's calling NORAD. The guy at NORAD, Harry Shoup, picks up the emergency-only red phone. And all of a sudden, this little voice says, hey, here's my Christmas wish list, Santa.
And he's like going on and on and on. And then he takes a breath and says, hey, you're not Santa.
At which point, Air Force Colonel Harry Shoup said, ho, ho, ho. Yes, I am Santa Claus. Have you been a good boy?
Here's the great thing about this. This gentleman that answered the phone had a split second decision to make. Like,
do I wreck this kid?
Do I say that it's the wrong number? Or do I play along with the magic? And he played along with the magic. And it turned into something amazing.
Later in the call, I guess the boy's mother got on the phone and she explained that, guess what? The phone number has been printed in the Sears ad, so maybe be expecting some more calls. And they came.
Yeah,
a little 50 a day.
Yeah, a little girl called, and then more people called after that, and a tradition was born.
And now, each year, just calling.
This is the calling part, because I imagine, and I don't have this number, I imagine that millions of kids from around the world track Santa.
100,000 kids a year call into NORAD to inquire about Santa's location, to the point where they actually have volunteers there that answer the phone. They know every call to NORAD is not, get ready to push the red button, we're being attacked. And as you said, millions more follow online in 9 languages, English to Japanese, all to track Santa's whereabouts. There
was a picture in this article with all these volunteers in this conference room answering phones on Christmas Eve. And that just warms my heart. That's keeping the Christmas spirit alive for kids. And I love it so much.
Absolutely. So there's a nice story to sort of wrap things up with. We have one more thing, which is our Curt and Jen, we put CNJ.
Yeah.
Podcast question of the day.
So you're going to have 4 days to really think on this.
Oh, right? Yeah, we forgot to mention that we're
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 days.
We're bailing
Monday,
for
Tuesday,
a few days.
Yeah.
We're taking some time off. We'll be back on Friday. So, question.
What's something you've always wanted to do but keep putting off? It's kind of getting us ready for the new year. Like, thinking back in your life, maybe it's just as simple as cleaning your garage, but maybe it's as big as, I've always wanted to be a doctor. What's that something you've always wanted to do but keep putting it off, and why are you putting it off?
If you have one thing top of your head, mine is to learn a language. I took 1/4 of French when I was in junior high. That's the extent I know. I'm very good at Canadian and Australian.
Oh my God, Curt.
But I'm French. Okay, so what about you?
I'm going to think about that. I mean, I've always wanted to play a musical instrument. I don't know what's stopping me. Time, I guess.
Sometimes a lot of times it is time or ambition or whatever.
But I feel like this could turn into a goal for 2025.
Learn to play the kazoo.
Think about
that's
that.
A good start.
So that's going to be posted on the Curt and Jen in the Morning Facebook page. Curt and Jen in the Morning Facebook. Follow us if you don't already.
You probably have multiple things.
I have multiple.
Yeah, that you've always wanted to do.
So what? So go ahead and tell. We want to express some gratitude.
Thank you. We've been doing this since April 1st. No, not quite April 1st. Since we got laid off from our jobs.
In May.
And you guys have been, every day you've been here listening, watching, and we are so, so grateful for that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So as Curt mentioned, we're going to take a few days off to enjoy the holidays with our family. We'll be back with another show on Friday. We're actually going to still do some work. I know you don't think we are, but we're going to do some work on figuring out how we make this even bigger than what it already is.
In addition to you sharing and liking and loving and all that kind of stuff.
All that stuff helps.
Too.
Yeah. Have a very Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah. Have fun making memories with the family and friends as you celebrate.
Or laugh.
And laugh. Well, make good choices, find joy, spread kindness, and laugh because it's good for the soul.
Laugh comes at the end.
Laugh comes at the end. Have a good one.